guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Contra, and welcome to On the Table, where we discuss video games, consoles, and how it created a gateway to a culture we know and love today. If you read the title of this video, you know we're going to be talking about the N64. In 1993, Nintendo and Silicon Graphics formed a partnership to create Project Reality that they later named Ultra 64. This console was the evolution of 3D rendering and specialized hardware. I believe I was 5 years old when I got my N64. I'll never forget, I was playing Banjo-Kazooie with my grandmother. So that had to have been, what, 97? Anyway, so my parents got it for me a year after it came out. To me, the N64 is unique because not only was it different due to its final cosmetics, but also the use of a cartridge. The configurations of the N64 was based off of three key aspects. Number one, the reality code processor, which utilized two chips in one. Number two, the reality signal processor, which generated a lot of the 3D graphics and system audio. And lastly, number three, which is the reality display processor. This processor performs anti-aliasing texture mapping. Take all of those three components wrapped up into a 64-bit system bus, you end up with an N64. In case you don't know what the N64 controller looks like, here it is. It has three handles, two shoulder buttons, a trigger button in the back, and an analog stick in the middle. We had to do what we had in the 90s, but there's a lot of 64 controllers that have been configured over the years where it's two handles instead of three. What I truly appreciate about the N64 is its controller ports. It features 4 of them, so you can be able to play with your friends, family, whatever the case may be. The controller ports hasn't been featured on a console since the Atari 5200 in 1982. The next feature we're going to be talking about is the cartridge. In 1984, Nintendo decided to stick with the cartridges. As technology improves, people started to move to CDs, i.e. PS1. But they decided to stick with their guns. Yeah, it caused a lot of controversy because we didn't have third-party developers such as Capcom, but they were still able to generate a lot of the games that we know and love today. The most popular game titles for the N64 was prominently games that featured 4-player gameplay, which includes like Mario Kart, GoldenEye, Smash Brother, you get the point. But two of the biggest impacts for the N64 was Super Mario 64 and Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Super Mario 64 came out when the console came out in 96 and Ocarina of Time came out in 98. All I'm saying is you can't talk about the N64 without mentioning those two titles. Just saying. These two game titles offer immersive gameplay with their camera system, 3D environments, as well as the ability to have open world, which is now today's standard for video games. As I reflect on the different games I played when I was younger, the N64 was definitely revolutionary. When looking at the connection between the games we play today and the technology and graphics that was featured back then, it's pretty clear to see Nintendo's impact. Granted, the N64 may not have been the highest selling console of the 90s, but it created companionship and continues to create a whole new generation of gamers. Before we go, let's deep dive into the game titles from you, the viewers. I decided to put this picture on my social media and I asked you guys, tell me the first game that comes to mind when you think of the N64. I read all the comments and here are the results. For most commonly named games in the comments was Super Mario 64, of course. Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, of course. Smash Bros, GoldenEye, as well as WWE No Mercy. What? I forgot about that game. The games that weren't as popular in the comments, but it's still really worth noting, is Pilot Wings, Diddy Kong, Banjo-Kazooie, Perfect Dark, F-Zero, Mario Kart, Contra's Bad Fur Day. What? I remember that game. Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, Star Fox 64, Star Wars Word Squadron, and finally, Pokemon Stadium. If you agree or disagree with the results, or you believe we missed a game, go ahead and sign off in the comments. If you want to participate in future polls like this one, please feel free to go ahead and follow me on all social media because I post it everywhere. When you see a controller by itself, you know what time it is. And that is the end of this video. If you like this video, or if you don't, whatever floats your boat, please be sure to smash that like button. Put in the comments down below anything that you are interested in seeing me do next. And with that being said, I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.